Cancer is a heavy topic, no matter how you approach it. It's not the kind of thing you expect to find in a children's story, much less one starring the iconic characters of Peanuts. Yet, in Why Charlie Brown, Why?, Charles Schulz masterfully tackles one of life's most gut-wrenching realities with grace, simplicity, and a tenderness that lingers. This isn't just a book about sickness, it's a story about humanity, about friendship, and above all, about hope. It all starts innocently enough. Janice, the sweet blonde-haired girl with a blue bow, walks to the nurse's office with a fever. Nothing unusual, right? Kids get sick all the time. But there's an underlying weight here, a foreshadowing in her slow steps down the hall. "I guess I should," she says, her voice heavy with something unspoken. And just like that, the world of these children begins to shift. The next time we see Janice, things are different. She's not just sick, she's battling leukemia. The word hangs in the air like a thunderclap, leukemia. For Linus and Charlie Brown, it's not just a term, it's a mystery, a monster they don't fully understand. And for the reader, it's a stark reminder that life doesn't spare anyone, not even children. When Linus and Charlie Brown visit Janice in the hospital, it's a revelation. The once vibrant girl now lies in a sterile bed, an IV in her arm. "It wasn't just a fever," she explains. "I have cancer." Her tone is matter-of-fact, as if she's already accepted this cruel twist of fate in a way most adults would struggle to. "Are you going to die?" Charlie Brown blurts out, his voice trembling with the kind of blunt honesty only a child can muster. And Janice, with a wisdom far beyond her years, replies, "I asked the doctors the same question. They tell me this medicine might help, but it could also make my hair fall out." This is where Linus steps in, offering what little comfort he can. "You get well, Janice," he says softly, "and I'll push you on those swings forever." It's such a simple promise, but it carries the weight of the world. Because sometimes, in the face of something as overwhelming as cancer, the smallest acts of kindness are the most profound. One of the most powerful scenes comes when Linus confronts a bully mocking Janice for being bald. The boy sneers, "What's the matter with her? She's bald!" And Linus, usually the quiet philosopher, snaps. Grabbing the bully by his shirt, he shouts, "Janice has leukemia, cement head, that's cancer. She's been in the hospital. She's had chemotherapy to help her get better and it made her hair fall out. Would you like to go through what she's gone through? Think about it. Or don't you ever think about anything?" It's a moment of raw, unfiltered emotion. Linus is no longer the calm, blanket-carrying child. He's a friend protecting someone he loves. And when the bully sheepishly picks up Janice's cap and mutters, "I'm sorry," you feel the shift. It's not just an apology, it's a tiny victory against ignorance. As the weeks pass, Janice's desk remains empty. The other kids go about their lives, but there's a noticeable void. "We're all glad you're back," Charlie Brown says when she finally returns. "It was sad seeing your empty desk when you were gone for treatment." And Janice, ever resilient, smiles. "I miss being in school," she replies, her voice carrying a bittersweet undertone. It's a reminder of how much she's endured and how much she's still fighting. One of the most heart-wrenching moments unfolds during Christmas. Linus brings a gift for Janice, only to be met with subtle resentment from her siblings. "She gets more presents than the two of us together," one of them grumbles. "She's becoming a real nuisance." It's such a human reaction, isn't it? The jealousy, the frustration. It's not malicious, but it's there. And Linus, in his quiet wisdom, replies, "Maybe that's a way for people to show they hope she gets well." This scene captures the complexity of family dynamics. The sisters love Janice, but they're also grappling with their own emotions, feelings of being overshadowed, of wanting normalcy. It's messy, and it's real. Later, Linus fulfills his promise, pushing Janice on the swings. As the wind catches her cap, revealing her newly grown hair, it's a moment of triumph. "What's the surprise?" Linus asks, his face lighting up as her blonde locks swirl in the sunlight, and then the cap falls quietly to the ground. "Janice was back," the book declares with a finality that feels like a sigh of relief. It's not just about her hair, it's about her spirit. She's not defined by her illness. She's still Janice, the girl who loves swings and sunshine. What makes Why Charlie Brown Why so impactful is its ability to address such a devastating topic with simplicity and grace. It doesn't sugarcoat the reality of cancer, but it also doesn't let it overshadow the humanity of its characters. Through Linus, Charlie Brown, and Janice, we see the power of compassion, the importance of standing up for what's right, and the strength it takes to keep going. In one of the most poignant lines, Linus reflects, "A lot had happened to them in their short lives, but this was the first time they had ever faced anything serious." And isn't that the essence of life? Facing the unthinkable, learning to cope, and finding moments of joy in the midst of pain. This story isn't just for kids, it's for anyone who's ever felt powerless in the face of illness, for anyone who's ever struggled to understand the unfairness of life. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there's light. It's in the promises we make, the friends who stand by us, and the little victories that remind us of what's truly important. So, when you think of Janice swinging high into the morning sunlight, her hair free and her laughter echoing, remember this: life is fragile, yes, but it's also beautiful. And sometimes all it takes to make a difference is a swing, a cap, and a promise to never give up.